I'm Jimmy Fasig. I'm here with my law partner, Dana Brooks.
Hi.
And we want to talk to you about some amazing lawyers. Lawyers tend to get a bad rap, but there are a lot of good things that come out in society because of lawyers that people generally don't think about.
That's right.
So we're going to do this segment on some amazing lawyers. Today I read in the newspaper about Jeffrey Epstein and his estate being sued by one of his victims. So let's talk about that. I think the lawyer who's bringing that case, I'm excited that that lawyer is bringing that case because there's a lot that benefits society by cases being able to be brought by that. Yeah. What do you think about it?
Well, he's not the only bad actor. I mean, there's a lot of allegations about conspiracies with other people. You know, if he was engaged in sex trafficking and underage girls and that sort of thing, you don't do that by yourself. I don't care how much money you have. You need a network of people supporting that. So even though he's dead, we can't say, you know, ding dong, the witch is dead, everything's fine now. That needs to be continued to look at in the criminal sense to get these people off the street and to stop this process. But this ruins people's lives, and these people who are the victims of this, they often don't have a family to go back to. They don't have a support network, and they don't have the wherewithal, the personal fortitude to come back on their own. They need a lot of help. And so this money, these lawsuits, and that's what a civil lawsuit does. It gets money for people. That's the only thing we can do. We can't get a jury to wave a magic wand and make the bad things go away. But money can help you get the counseling you need, get to be in a safe environment, complete an education, start a business. You know, a lot of these young women, by the time they're adults or the time they get out of this, if they do survive it, they've got records. They've got prostitution records, they've got felony records, shoplifting, all kinds of things. So they don't have a bright future if they just get away from this bad man. So a lawsuit can change somebody's life, can get them out of cycles, multi-generational cycles of poverty.
Well, here's why I love it. Two reasons. One, people need to know that if you abuse somebody, if you take advantage of somebody, if you are careless with somebody's body or with them mentally, then there are consequences, and you can be charged not only criminally but also civilly. So that means if you've got some assets, they can come in and take your assets because you've abused this person.
Right.
That's extremely important.
That's why they call lawyers like us civil prosecutors.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're going after, in civil suits, we're going after wrongdoers that need to stop what they're doing. But we don't just end there. We make sure they pay for the damage they caused.
Yeah, and then the second thing that I think is important is that the victims themselves need to know. I want the victims to know that they have legal recourse. The problem is that these victims, unfortunately, a lot of times they're preyed on by businessmen, strong, powerful people like Jeffrey Epstein, and they ultimately are seen as vulnerable, and they end up getting preyed on, and they feel helpless, and they feel like they have no way out. I think it's important for them to know that they do have recourse.
You do.
Go see a lawyer. You have legal recourse if you've been abused, if you've been taken advantage of, if you have been exploited by somebody who's more powerful than you. There is an option, and I don't want to hear anybody say these women or these people that are being exploited, they're adults, they make their own choices, they ask for it. That is dead wrong. The bottom line is more powerful people coming in and exploiting people that are vulnerable, that have been maybe victimized from youth, maybe they've been abused as a child. They look for people.
These people prey on these people. They look for people who've got something going on. These people are walking around with an aura of, you can pick on me, I probably can't stand up for myself.
Yeah.
And so they go, zoom, that's the one I'm going for. They're not picking on the biggest, strongest, you know, with the greatest self-esteem, you know, somebody who's got a great education and job and everything going on. That's not their target. They're already looking for people who are living on the margins. A lot of times they've run away from abusive parents. They've been abused in their home. They've been abused, you know, maybe at school or something like that. Maybe they're wildly neglected, trying to live on the street.
They use drugs. They
turn to drugs to numb.
Or people that are already on drugs, and they utilize that as a form of weakness.
Right.
What I say to the lawyer who has brought that case, to the victim who has had the guts to bring that case, I say bravo, congratulations, and I hope that you have the most success pursuing that case against Jeffrey Epstein, against his estate, and against all of his accomplices that have done this to you.
Yes, and we take cases like that here. My law partner Rose Caswick and I, we have a special place in our heart for those people who've been victimized like that, and so it doesn't hurt to call somebody and just find out what your rights are. And we're going to help you come back stronger.
All right.
Thanks.